So, what is an ecstatic dance and why you should try it? Well, ecstatic dance is also known as an e dance. And what it basically is it's exactly what the name is, right? Ecstatic. You have fun, you have a blast, and you're doing all of this without needing drugs or alcohol. Now, the first time I was ever introduced to this, I was over on the West Coast in, where's the place called? Santa Cruz. And I was traveling around the United States, and somebody said there's going to be an ecstatic dance, and they invited me. I had no idea what it was, so I went there. They said, "Shoes, take your shoes off." So I took my shoes off. I went in this room, and there were people all dancing like I've never seen before. There was a man and a woman, and they were like dancing around each other like two birds in like a mating ceremony. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a lot. I don't even know what to do, but this is pretty cool." I remember I didn't even dance, right? It was pretty crazy experience for me. So I didn't really dance. I was kind of scared. But what actually happened is I went again when I was over in St. Pete to an ecstatic dance over in the movement sanctuary. I don't know if anybody's ever been there before, but it opened my world up completely. I was like, whoa, this is so fun. You could dance and do whatever you want. There was a foam pit. The whole ground was like a cushioned ground because it was basically for acrobats. And it really helped me in my sober transition because I was used to going out on the weekends and going to the clubs and going to the bars and having fun. And all of a sudden I got sober and I was like, now what do I do? I remember going out to a normal club and this drunk girl started grinding on me. And I was like, I feel uncomfortable. I don't like this. I want to leave. But when you go to ecstatic dance, it's a safe place where you can express yourself fully and nobody's drinking. So, what is it and why is it different? Ecstatic dances. Well, number one, like I said, you're in a sober environment. Sometimes they do have cacao in the beginning, which is basically 100% pure chocolate. It's just 100% cacao, and what it does, it kind of gives you a little feeling of euphoria. It opens up your veins. It gets you ready to party, ready to dance. So that's basically the only pregame for this type of experience. And then number two is the music style, right? The music style is mostly like maybe trance, a little bit of house, maybe some tribal house, maybe some drumming, a little bit of dubstep. And what the DJs usually do is they start you slow and they bring you up to high energy and they bring you down slow again. It's usually a very interesting experience. It's not just at a club where they're all playing the same songs, right? It's a very interesting experience. Number three, that makes it different is it's a full authentic expression, meaning you can roll around on the ground, you can do yoga, you can do a meditation, you can do flips, you can do whatever you want, and it's a safe place. Sometimes there's kids there. It's a safe place to just do whatever you want, express yourself however you want to express yourself. Nobody's in the club, going in the back looking at somebody, judging you, being like, "Bro, what are you doing? Like you're looking like a wuss. Like, what, seriously, those are your dance moves?" There's no judgment there because everybody else is expressing themselves however they want. And actually, like authentic expression is actually really like um, praised because you can attract people based off of your moves and not even having to speak, which we'll go over down below a little bit. And next one is the boundaries, right? So in a normal club, there's like people like grinding on each other. There's like what is it called? Twerking, stuff like that, like twerking on another person, or maybe with salsa, two people are dancing with each other. And ecstatic dance is it's a little bit different, right? Like there's mostly people that are dancing with themselves. If they are dancing with somebody else, they may be moving, mirroring each other's dance moves. And one of the things that's cool about ecstatic dances is if somebody's trying to dance with you or they're dancing with you currently and you don't want to dance with them anymore, you can just give them prayer hands, which means like, I respect you, but I want to be in my own energy right now. Really, really cool thing. So instead of being in the club getting pushed or whatever, it's this very respectful way to say, I want to be in my own energy. So the next one is that the next rule is that I've been to pretty much everyone I've been to is no shoes. Like just take off your shoes. You're on the dance floor. You're not stomping. It's a better way to feel grounded to the earth or to whatever the wood, whatever you're dancing on. And it's just fun to see everybody around you without shoes. It's kind of a way to bring everybody together. And the next one, which is not fully strict, but especially at the movement sanctuary, which is where I did most of my ecstatic dances. They were pretty strict about no talking on the dance floor. If it was, it's basically to say, hey, like, do you want to meet outside? Like, do you want to chat outside? Or do you want to go out to the drum circle? And then also no filming. And why? It's because you want to keep that space as a sacred space. You don't want to have like tons of video cameras and flash photography when you're fully expressing yourself. And when you are first starting out this ecstatic dance, like you might want to close your eyes. You might want to move like slowly. You might even not even dance on your first ecstatic dance like I did. But the more you get exposed to it, the more your confidence builds. Right now, why should you try it? Honestly, ecstatic dance is for everybody. Everybody who wants to build their confidence on the dance floor, everybody who wants to have fun without having to drink. It's really for any single person that wants to have a good time. But you also have to bring that same energy that's in that container, right? Of being respectful, not laughing at anybody, not pointing fingers, just being respectful for everybody and loving whatever they do, no matter what, as long as they're within your boundaries and they're not actually physically affecting you in a negative way, which has honestly never happened to me on the 50 ecstatic dances that I've been to. So the first reason that you should try it is because of the welcoming community, right? There's a community there, like I said, that's just so beautiful. Usually in the ecstatic dances, you go around a circle and you set like your intention for the dance, whether it be joy, playfulness, or confidence or strength, whatever it may be, and you get to introduce yourself to everybody in the whole entire circle and say your intention, right? Which is really beautiful. And instead of like, being at the club and being drunk and be like, hey, babe, be like, hey, what's up? You want to drink? What's up? Yeah, how you come here often? Instead of like that shallow BS talk, you get to dive straight into it. Like, because you already expressed like your intention. And somebody can say, hey, curious, like, why was your intention, you know, strength or community? Why was that important for you? Boom, you're already having a deep conversation. So you're able to integrate into a welcoming community that is a non-judgment, which honestly I've never felt judged once in any ecstatic dance that I've ever been to. And you're gonna be able to have deep connections at the same time. And number two is you're able to have a confidence builder. It's almost like dancing in front of the mirror, right? You're dancing in front of the mirror, you're feeling good, you're feeling like, yeah, yeah, okay, I got the moves. And then you go to an ecstatic dance, which is a place, it's a safe container. Like I said, there's like no videos, no people laughing at you, no people judging you, no people like being like, oh wow, his outfit, isn't Gucci, so he's a loser. It's not that type of energy. It's like you wear whatever you want to express yourself, however you want to express yourself, and it builds your dance confidence over time. So it's a safe container for that. People will build you up. They will never bring you down. Never. At least from my experience. And number three is you attract people without needing to talk. That is probably the coolest thing, right? So you're able to express yourself fully, like fully dancing. It could be, like I said, it could be rolling, it could be yoga, it could be jumping into the foam pit, it could be doing pull-ups, whatever you want to do, right? You're able to express yourself, and people look at you, they're like, whoa, like that person is really authentically expressing themselves. And they may want to dance next to you, or they may want to like jump with you and feel your energy. And then after they may want to talk with you, right? So you can attract people based off of your energy, based off of how you fully express yourself non-verbally. That is very cool to be able to see who you attract. And if you don't attract anybody right away because like, you might be a little shy or nervous, that's okay too. It took me like 3 or 4 times to be able to actually fully express myself at ecstatic dances. Even then, I was still closing my eyes for most of the time. So definitely a confidence builder. And so number four is it's really good for when you're flying solo or you're single, right? If you're flying solo, like you don't really know what to do and what it's about, but like your friends don't want to go. It's great to fly solo because you already create that community instantaneously, even by like sharing your intention, or just because you're going to be in a container that everybody's going through a journey and they'll connect afterwards. You don't need to go with a friend. You don't need to go with a family member. You can just go by yourself. And if you're single, there's also a lot of single people there as well that are also into this like conscious movement. So you can be able to connect on a deep level. And if you're single, may meet somebody, right? And so it's also number six is it's also something to do fun while you're sober. Like I said before, like when I was used to going out and dancing and drinking and partying and clubbing and bar hopping, when I got sober, I was like, uh, okay, now what do I do? I don't want to be boring and sit inside on the weekends. I want to do something. So when you're in transition, like I was, you know, going out and going to an ecstatic dance once a week or once every 2 weeks or once a month is a really great option for you to go out and have fun without having to drink. And you're around an environment where everybody's not drinking. I mean, it's similar but different than AA. Like when you're in AA, you're like around everybody who has struggled with alcohol. When you are in an ecstatic dance, you are with people who choose not to drink and still have fun. So there is a little bit of a different energy there, right? It's more of like I'm just gonna have fun. I don't need alcohol kind of energy, and it's beautiful. So next question: how do you find an ecstatic dance near you? Great question. Well, the way that you do that is, I would say, two different ways. One is to Google it. Google your location. Like, let's say you're in, you know, Sedona. You're in Sedona, Arizona, wherever, and type in on Google ecstatic dances Sedona, or look it up on Facebook. So ecstatic dances Sedona or e-dance Sedona. Like whatever is whatever location you are, type in e-dance or ecstatic dance on Google or on Facebook. And you will most likely find something, some sort of conscious community. If you don't find anything, then you can like go to a yoga class or a meditation class or a breathwork class or a sound healing class, right? And then those people in those communities will be able to introduce you to some sort of dance, whether it be a drum circle or whether it be a silent disco or an ecstatic dance, which are all very, very similar. So, for all those people out there right now who are listening to this, have you tried an ecstatic dance? And if so, how has your experience been? Just comment it down below. And if you've never experienced it before, are you willing to give it a try? Are you willing to push past your fears and go and dance and have a blast? Because I'm guaranteeing you it's absolutely worth it. I remember the first time somebody said that I was a good dancer, it changed my life, because for my whole life I thought I was a white boy with no rhythm. And then that one compliment like unlocked something for me. And now I know that I'm a great dancer. And it's not just because like I have skills as a dancer. It's because I fully authentically have unlocked the dance capability for myself. So I just fully express myself no matter where I am. And sometimes might take a little bit of a warm up, but I know that I can go fully express myself because I've been able to experience ecstatic dances multiple times. And if you're able to get past the fear and to try something out new, guarantee you it'll change your life. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and drop them down below. And I'll see you tomorrow. Love you guys.